So, yesterday, where am I even? Oh, well, thanks for stopping in while you're still at work. I appreciate it. Okay, so yesterday, yes, I'm down here in the docks, okay. And I did heal some people. I need to... I'm actually going to go up here, I think, and do some fighting. So, I did look, and yes, this is Sean Hampton. This is Lottie, because I think it was Giselle that we killed over here. And basically what happened is that well, I won't spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. Yeah, the priest's name in the game is Sean, and spelled just like that, and he is Irish, of course. But yeah, so Sean Hampton, he's up here, and basically, long story short, I should have killed the man instead of leaving him alive. But I just didn't have the heart, and I thought I was doing good, but whatever. But these guys are too strong for me, so there's no point in me even trying to fight them right now, so they'll just be there. And then I can go up here and talk to Lady Ashby. And, was there anybody else? No, not... Oh, wait. Oh, and Dr. Swansea. That might be a good idea to go there. And then go back here and present myself to the Ascalon Club. Yes. Well, I guess because we are in London, and a lot of Irish people do immigrate to England and stuff like that. I guess that would make sense. Or Britain, England, Britain, whatever. Okay. So, yeah. We will make our way over to Lady Ashby, Dr. Swansea, and then we'll go do that. Alright.
In the meantime, the boys are waiting for
One of you, I think, were sick. Yes. I think I have cold medicine. You know, you have a cold and you're sitting here smoking a cigarette. You're not helping yourself.
Do you need medical help, sir?
Yeah, I do. If you can throw in some drugs, I can find use for that too.
Oh, I don't have cold medicine. Never mind. You
Maybe
just
later.
suffer.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Did I have any money? She's also
Good
smoking.
evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
I still only have 58. Did I have anything I could sell? Not really. I mean, I could sell some of this stuff, but I guess I could sell... Well, I don't want to sell good trigger parts. Tiny common... I mean, I could sell a bunch of those. So let's sell... We'll leave myself with, I'll leave myself with 5. That makes sense. Okay. I want to hang on to that. These are things that I kind of often need. We'll sell... Let's sell, yeah. There we go. Grease, lead plate. I want to keep the tiny good handle part, common handle part. I want to keep a hold of those. Got lots of glass vials. Okay, cool. Now, I could go ahead and buy one good handle part. I can't buy the other one right now, which is fine. I am going to buy all her shotgun shells. Okay. Now, onwards and upwards. We'll go back this way. I know I'm going to have to go past those Econs that are over here, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'll just run by them as fast as I can. Whenever these guys are fine, I can deal with them. Okay, come on. Come on, angry little scow. There we go. You guys probably don't have much for me to grab since I just killed you the day before. Okay. Now I gotta get past these. It should be okay. I'm fully healed and I can dodge past them if I have to.
So weak.
Nope. Leave me alone. If I'm not bothering you, you don't bother me. How about that? Okay, I can deal with these guys. Maybe they can kill each other for me? Ooh, he's an Econ, okay. You know what, let's just get by them. I'm just like, yeah, never mind. You guys can kill each other. Thank you. Alright, let's go talk to Elizabeth. Some enemies, including blind scouts and preachers, will feel your presence while using this ability. Oh, the Shadow Veil. Preachers? Haven't ran into them yet. I don't know if I want to. I'm assuming they'll use crucifixes and stuff against me. Oh, I can walk around in here now. Sweet. Let's grab all the goodies. She's clearly rich. She can stand to give me all this stuff. I'm glad it's not like in Skyrim that whenever you take things, like, you're actually stealing. And, you know, people can get mad at you. It's just that you're... Oh, I saw sparkles. Hey, that's a door I can't go in. Not sure where my lovely lady is, but I'll find her in a minute. Oh, there she is. Okay. I'll take all that, thank you. Ooh. The Blood Knight Tragedy new collectible. Oh, I hate when it does that. Just let me have it. Ban, Origin, The Great Hunt, The Blood Knight. There we go. Only a few of us remain after the shock of the Great Hunt. I was overwhelmed by the sudden attack of the enemy, caught us all by surprise. Some of us who survived chose to exile. I don't blame them, but I regret their lack of fortitude. For its courage, we need to protect the interest of the Empire. Courage, we need to defend the values we stand for. May we all remember that William Marshall himself never lowered his head. My beloved Maker may be long gone now, but his presence is still among us. We keep a few drops of his sacred blood to remind us that we are what we are and what we seek: honor, purity, and excellence. I had the privilege of speaking with the knight many times, as his progeny and as his friend. He spoke to me of the tear of angels, the holy beverage supposed to appease the inextinguishable hunger we all feel. That he never ceased to search, even without knowing if such an artifact exists. I admired his tenacity. And it is this tenacity, this indefectible belief in something bigger than us, that will make us survive any future great hunt launched by our enemies. Ascalon will be rebuilt, always, for it is an ideal. So that was by Lord Redgrave. Cool. Hello. May I talk?
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days. But the girl is
daughter?
stubborn and fiercely independent. Much like her mother.
Concerning your investigation,
Yes?
are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Okay.
Do you think we shall ever see better days?
Maybe she told me about a daughter
Or
before.
at least
I don't
better
remember.
nights?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady Ashby?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
I got a funny feeling that she's gonna die because
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
it'd be too nice for him to like have a happy ending almost with her. Okay, so was that all I wanted to talk to her about? I mean, I'm not complaining because she's probably got. I've probably picked up a bunch of stuff here. Oh, was that the only rooms I can go in? Okay. Oh, hello. This is probably locked. Yep. No point even clicking on it. Yeah, it
It's
is.
locked.
I clicked on it anyway, just for the sake of my sanity. Okay, I think I got everything out of her house. Sometimes it helps to do it in this, because then the shiny shine is easier to see. Just really berries. Oh, personal diary. Why, yes, I would like to read this. Not that I should. 9th of May, 1913. Tonight, I went with my mother visiting the sick of the East End. It had been a while, or something like that, since I went to in the sad part of town. To see her talking and listening to those poor people moved me beyond words. She really tries to make a difference and really tries to help these men and women. She also killed one of them tonight. Okay. And real, it happened so quickly I did not even notice she had vanished, but when she reappeared, she looked much more alive, more vivid. I immediately knew what had just happened. She took a life, and I saw nothing. We returned home without a word. Even if I ever become like her, I won't feed on the dying. I will kill the guilty and the brutes wherever they hide. 13th of September, 1914. This afternoon, 2 men tried to corner me in a back alley while I was campaigning for the women's right to vote. I called for help as loud as I could, like Mother told me. I don't know what would have happened if a soldier had not ordered them to leave me alone. He then walked me back home and tried to kiss me. I refused. He did not say a word and left. The whole story made me so sad I was still crying when Mother woke up after the night had come. I told her the whole truth, and she held me against her chest. Then we went to the theater to see Doris Fletcher in her new play. I think I'm a little bit frustrated that Mother did not rush out to make them all pay. If I were a vampire, I would not be that merciful. Charlotte Ashbury. Yeah, we haven't actually met her yet. Interesting. I would like to meet Charlotte. But I haven't seen her, so... So her daughter is still very young. She's at least... Well, we're in like the 1920s, I think, now. I'm actually not sure what year it is. But she's either a teenager or a young adult. Which is pretty cool. I guess I could just go ahead and go talk to the Ascalon Club, because whatever it is I gotta go talk to Dr. Swansea about, there's not gonna be much items there for me to go pick up. This was kind of on my way. So we might as well continue on the actual main objectives. So that is in this direction. Yeah. So I just need to keep on going forward. I love this car. Puts me in mind of Cruella de Vil. Hello. Oh, that may be just them fighting back there, I hope. Or... Oh, hello. Yeah, okay. I might have to go that way, actually, but... First... Yeah, I'm gonna have to go that way.
It's locked.
Oh, okay. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing, spread by droplets sprayed from nose and throat. Do not cough in public. Look, people. Droplets from your body can get other people sick. Quarantine, contagious disease. No one shall enter or leave quarantine area without written permission of the local health authority. No person except an authorized employee of the health district shall alter, destroy, or remove this card. Anyone violating this regulation will be fined. Technically, I'm a doctor, so doesn't that include me? For all intents, I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to... Oh, I guess I could avoid them. It's always kind of fun to avoid them. Though I probably ought not to.
He's dead!
Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Worth it. Plus, I've gotten into the habit of keeping stocked up on ammo. Which way do I need to go? Oh, I'm gonna have to go like all the way around. Maybe? Man, how far am I gonna have to go just to get over there? Or maybe not. I'm trying to see where it is I would go. Unless, no, I think I need to go back the way I came initially. Because this is going to take me up through this way. We'll see if I can go across this. I don't think I can. I think this whole line is like its quarantine line. But we'll see. I wonder what that green dot is. Okay, yeah, we'll just keep on going in this direction, and then anything I can pick up here? Oh, I can only walk, so... Okay. Recognize him? Okay, lady, calm down.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
That is true. I do think I'm going the right direction just because it's giving me like little cutscenes like that, little mini cutscenes. Oh, hi.
Better go home, sir.
go down there at some other point. Well, here's my opening.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Yeah, for sure. So where do I need to go? I need to go to my left. Okay, it's just a rookie. I think there's somebody behind me. Shoot. Take care of him real quick. Thank you. Okay. Keep on going forward. There we go. Check on your map to locate the new... Is it this? I'm assuming? We got some new people we can
The
talk
Ascalon
to.
Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Oh, here's Charlotte.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashby. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
You mean my extremely red eyes?
Taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young econs.
Innocent.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Okay.
Your mother has refused to turn you into a vampire. Tell me more about it.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal. She claims you can't have one without the other. It's pure selfishness.
Your mother has walked this
I don't
earth
blame her
much
though. I
longer
think
than
it's a
you
good.
or
I think it's good that she doesn't want to speak.
She's
Make her
wise, and we should not
a
ignore her
vampire.
advice
Is she
when we
adopted?
disagree.
Because
But why shouldn't
vampires
I be
can't
allowed
have
to
children,
forge
right?
my
Or in
own
this world, can they?
experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
It's your mother's choice. As daughters and sons, we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother, and have accepted everything from her. Even that she named me Charlotte, when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
No. Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashby. It hurts as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
That's sad. Okay, so let's talk a little bit.
What are you doing out here?
You mean what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes.
yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women.
Hell
Why
yeah.
should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Hell yeah.
Are you a suffragette then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
I agree.
That would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
Yay, new side missions.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
No.
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Oh yeah, she's adopted. I see that now.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashby never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
She's very,
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my
Sassy.
taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
honey, we've been working on that since your time and still not
Tell
very
me about
far.
your adoption.
What do you want to know?
How did you meet Lady Ashby?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
No.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Econ, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
I mean, yeah,
Who are your
because
real
she,
parents?
even after you lived with her, she wouldn't be going
Ashby is my
outside.
real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me
Okay.
all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have
Okay,
a
so
life
she's
to
a
live,
young-
you see.
A young
One
woman.
day, I'll have my death to face.
Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't trying to offend.
Do you know why Lady Ashby chose you to become her daughter?
Probably
No, I
her
don't.
tenacity.
Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Exactly.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How is it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Why do you still hope to become a vampire in spite of your mother's refusal?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me. The world won't improve unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever
I tend to
woman
agree.
with a good education and brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay? The loneliness, the necessary masquerade.
Is it not true of every high position? To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one's side.
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
I won't give up. You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage, just to be saved by her sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young lady. And the worst part of it is, I know you speak the truth.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor. Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
Oh, for my... No, 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 no.
Never. That would be betraying your mother's trust. She would never forgive us.
For sure. But look on the bright side. We would have eternity to reconcile.
Or an eternity to run away from your mother's mighty wrath. Quite a terrifying idea, don't you think?
Yes. I think it's wiser to let go of that part of the plan.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Actually, I just saw her about 20 minutes ago. Okay, so let's see. She's nice and healthy. We'll go ahead and track that. And then her house is just over here, so that's good. I will deal with that after I talk to the scary vampires. What's this say? Curfew, official health warning. Curfew will be sounded at 9 p.m. All citizens must keep off the streets from that time until 5. You wear your mask to prevent the spread of infection. Household becomes ill, informing the authorities immediately. No, okay. Yeah, there's a dude there. Maybe I should go talk to him while he's out and about, because sometimes I go into buildings and then I can't talk to them anymore.
Don't let any strain...
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence.
Oh, okay.
Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other, and so many things have happened.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Oh.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Okay.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
Yes.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well.
Pretty.
Forgive me, Johnny. I didn't want to sound selfish.
Okay, so he apparently believes in vampires.
You need some rest.
Good to know.
Clarence. You should try to sleep.
I'm assuming he saw something then.
Such a long time since I last went to the theater.
Okay, we'll talk to all these people shortly. That's Charlotte. Let's actually go in here and get some story. Lots of new characters to meet. Just means more characters I have to keep healthy. Just what I needed. The Ascalon Club.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I've been
I
summoned.
received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr.
Ascalon.
Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
There's a bunch of dead bodies in here, dude. Any particular reason for that?
There has been quite a battle here.
Clearly.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Yep, I'm gonna take some of it too. Yeah, lots of blood in here. Arthur Pimbleton. Okay. I got a funny feeling I'm going to end up fighting this guy. I don't know. I've just got that. He's got that personality to him. Can I talk to him?
Welcome to the Ascalon Club,
Okay, now.
then, Dr. Reed.
Sit upstairs. I'm gonna go look around. Any goodies I can pick up? Ooh. History and purpose of the Ascalon Club. Is an association of gentlemen secretly aiming for the crown's interest, founded in 1837 to honor and perpetuate of William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, and true protector of England. All the members of the club must be of good extraction and flawless moral fiber. Since the club accepts mortal members, who will be duly observed and valued as proper candidates for immortality, the goal of the club is to impose respectable traditions and behaviors amongst the good vampire society, but also to promote and expand the imperial hegemony of England. We are the true elite of British society. We are Ascalon, the holy lance held by St. George's, protector of England, when the saints slew the dragon. As lance bearers ourselves, we vow to defend the Empire's interest. Okay. Sounds all very boring. Sorry about killing your guys' dude, by the way. He was being a jerk. Okay, he didn't wake upstairs, so I guess that's probably ought to be where I go. Lord Finney? Okay. Ooh, Ascalon Club's basement. Love getting all these new items. They come in here and they're like, you know, this dude, like, just totally came in and took everything that was just laying. Can I go in this way? Yeah, okay.
Good evening.
Hello. Hi. You all seem very special.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
You're not mad at me for killing him? I guess.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you.
You have a very
Please
interesting
accept my
voice.
condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashby expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Yes.
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me.
Yes, because
Too
you have no
fickle when it
emotions, do
comes
you?
to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashby.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Yeah.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
That's right.
No, I haven't.
Have
Just
no
be honest.
embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
Okay, yeah.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am
Fair
I
enough.
supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later.
Ah.
The good knight has been gone for so long.
Okay. Well, that's apparently all my questions.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
Initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Oh, lovely. So glad to be joining
my fellow members,
the
dear friends,
Republican vampires.
Please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
I guess.
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now.
Okay.
Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yeah.
Yes. I will.
I mean, I'm already serving the
Then,
people,
young
and to me that's
Ekon,
serving the crown.
It is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Sure, whatever. Cool. It's more just for a show, in my opinion, than anything. Oh. Don't mind my super red eyes. Compared to all your guys' somewhat white eyes. It's kind of annoying. I've only killed 2 people.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take
Okay.
your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Cool. You all sound like such lovely fellows. So glad you're here. Just talk to the Red Grave, he's right there.
It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was.
I was gonna say,
though
probably
very
was.
long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Bearer.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Quite.
You were spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Well, he was kind of a jerk.
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous.
How
You
does
earned
everybody
my
know?
respect.
I was like,
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct.
okay.
Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial.
Yeah, I found another one.
Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Oh, okay. I would have figured those other beasts were considered werewolves.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
I have met peaceful and wise Scals. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Scals are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Oh, what? New citizens available to kill.
Scals have been spotted everywhere in London. We are losing this fight.
Let's talk to this guy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to
Oh,
be
okay,
this
he's that
evening's
one guy, the, like,
centerpiece?
rich dude.
Figuratively.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Okay.
Are
Ask
you
all the
a member
questions.
of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, as it does.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Fair enough.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
Alright.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall. To isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
It's dangerous, it's unfair, it's efficient.
But that would segregate the rich from the poor, would it not? It would be unjust.
Our only course of action must be to save England. And to save England, we have to make sacrifices.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs. And it needs it now.
Okay. Okay, so you guys... You're just all, like, not really people I talk to. Okay. A good dagger. Nice. Oh, I did get that key, so I might as well go... Ooh. Go downstairs here. Rare ingredients. I haven't really came across rare ingredients, just ingredients I use a lot. Oh, so this just takes me out back. Okay. So, oh, okay, so I just have this whole area to, like, explore, I suppose. Got it. So that one key, which I can go do it later, because I'm not going to go back in, because that is going to require...
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Perhaps you were. Okay.
I cannot enter.
Oh. I don't think I want to go down here. Shoot. Oh, yeah, it does bring me down here. Okay. Well, I was not meaning to come down here. So, we're going back out. There we go. I want to stay in the streets at the moment. But that tells me how to get back in the sewers. I really don't want to go back there until, I'm strong enough to fight, Lottie and Sean. So annoyed that I left him alive just to have to kill him later. Okay. Ooh. Box though. Just to make a point, there would not be money, or not money, but bullets in a trash can like that. Okay, there's our buddy. Hello. Here are you.
Good evening,
Calhoun's
sir.
shop.
Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit, it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Ah, okay.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
What?
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Oh, okay.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
Fair enough.
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
You're completely right.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
Je ne sais quoi.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid the newspapers are seriously underestimating the situation. Things are critical, believe me.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad.
Ugh.
Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
Oh my gosh. So many people just like him in today's world.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests
A
you?
surprise for the
Oh,
London
I have
gourmet.
many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
Okay.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak in
Oh,
kidney
that's right.
pie
I
in
just
the
talked
city.
about that. My bad.
I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Back.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Not really. Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite restaurants. They love delicate meals too, you understand.
Thank you. It may be nothing, but I'll investigate anyway. Where do they live?
They have a house in the southern part of the district, somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard, if I remember rightly.
Okay.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Yes, I picked up a bunch of money. Ooh, you've got good handles. Well, I'm going to buy at least the one. Oh, can I buy both? No, I don't have enough money. Good dagger, 31.25. I don't think that'll give me enough to get both of those, will it? Or one of those. Let me see here. I may be able to sell something else, though. Okay, there's... Give myself two. Common trigger part. Good trigger part. Let's sell, three of them. Okay, and then I can sell a few of these. I've got a bunch, so we'll just do 20. Alright, now I can grab... Nope, wrong one. Did I sell him back my... What did I sell him? No. Oh, I bought... Shoot. Okay, so let's sell... I don't know. It doesn't seem like I'm using very much of it, so... Let's sell 90 of them. Or 80. There we go. There we go. Now I've finally got all the good handle parts I needed for that. And... Alright. Excuse me. I could ask her.
Good evening, Miss Ashby.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Okay.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Okay. So, did that answer the question, basically? Find the source of the infection, reach the first source of infection, reach the second source of infection. Oh, okay, so there's two. Family portraits. Oh, it's the same. Okay. But it basically answered those questions. So, somebody walking around over here. Must have, maybe they just walked by. It probably was my friend, like my old childhood friend. Man, you walk fast, quickly. Oh, there he is. Let's see what... he also has a migraine, so I could... Oi!
Good evening, old chap. Are you alright?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
Okay, see if he
I'm
has any...
investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection is everywhere these days. But if you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging to...
Ah.
the Mulaney's...
Yes? What about the Mulaney's? What about their house?
Not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
Okay.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Okay, so we already know that we need to go to the Mulaney's. So where is it that I can go for the safe house? Oh. It's my family's home. Old letter. Reed Mansion, my dear Avery, as I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months. While I'm away, and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased, and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'd protect my dear heart. Arrangements have your wages increased. You promise to protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I am never to return, you are the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reed. I don't know why I had so much trouble reading that. Avery Cork. So this is our home, apparently. I like the music in this game. I'm just gonna take all the stuff in the house, basically. I'm assuming this will be my safe house as well. A safe house. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's just cleaning.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
Oh, because I got that
sir.
thing.
I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
No.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
I mean, you haven't been
Yes,
around.
I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
My home is here, and I have nowhere else to go. But this house will need some improvements if I move here. Some radical changes.
That's good news. Whatever changes you have in mind, I'm sure we will find an arrangement that suits your mother also.
Okay.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
No, poor thing.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
Okay.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
I'm sorry.
It's basically
I
his
could
family
not
at this
be
point.
here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Okay, it did. Oop. Okay, so no more.
I'm currently investigating sources of the epidemic in this part of town. Do you know anything useful?
Not really, except all the MacPhersons.
Okay, so the Mullaney's and the
resigned
MacPhersons, that's what we're hearing.
They feared becoming infected, they said.
The MacPhersons? Where do they live?
I think it's a rich house near the railway bridge in the southern part of the district.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Like, yeah, he's getting along in years too. It's amazing his health hasn't failed him dealing with all this. A silver fork, really? Did I just steal my mother's cutlery? I should be ashamed of myself. Okay. So I think I got everything in this room. That's the door out, so we'll go upstairs. I would like to see my mother, if possible.
It's locked.
Yeah. Oh, mother. Oh, I probably can't go in there. Okay. Please stop. What is he? Where am I? Who am I hearing? Must be somebody down there. Oh. Oh, there she is. Can I not talk to her? There we go.
Mother.
Lord.
Good evening.
Jonathan!
She
Is
just
it you?
walked by me until I
Where
spoke to
have
her.
you been, prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have?
No.
I miss my grandson so much. It's been days
Oh,
since their last visit.
her mind is gone, isn't it? About your family. You mean our family?
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I'm right here.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
It's been a long
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Oh, jeez.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
She's very interesting.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames. And then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I lost my way. Somewhere between the boat and the house, my life changed completely.
You should have told me, Johnny. I would have understood. You always were a secretive little boy.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Oh, no. Okay.
Have
This
you
poor
returned
thing.
to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah, thank God somebody found you. Okay. And...
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone.
Oh, this poor
but you all
woman.
still visit me from time to time.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh,
no.
It breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
Oh, she's so sad.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Okay. She's like, I feel sad for her.
Yes, Jonathan? Spending next summer in France. Absolutely. Why not?
Oh my, okay. Let's go ahead and refill. I guess I don't need to. Oh, that's to leave. So this is my room. Cool. Is there anything in here for me to pick up? Small key. Oh. Some money. Okay. So, let's go ahead. Can I actually... So, if I up this, and then I don't have any common handle parts, though. I think I sold them. Okay. There we go. Absorb blood points when the weapon hits. Okay. And I'll need 6 more good handle parts. Cool. And that will make it a really powerful weapon. Nice. Okay. Ooh. So wait. Best used against beasts and vampires. Switch to chemical damage. Best used against humans. No. Let's just do this. Yeah. Got the remarkable looper now. And I just need some more good trigger parts, and then I will have it way up. Nice. I likey. Okay. Let's go ahead and recycle all these. It's going to give me a bunch of stuff, actually, which is nice. Great reset. Oh, okay. Just gives me aluminum parts, whereas this gives me that sodium hypochlorite. So I'll sell those. Sell my mother's silver, basically. I'll have to see who has what before I make anything there. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, just because this seems like a good place to end. I've now kind of explored the West End a little bit, dealt with the club, Ascalon Club, and been to my home. So, before I end, I guess I can see what I can up. So... how much is it to do this? And that'll leave me about 1,100. Let's actually do level 2 of this. Oh, that's 2,000. Jeez, okay. Maybe I should hold off, because right now it's just 600. Okay. How about this one then? Yeah, this is what I said yesterday I wanted to up. Okay. Nice. And that's 2,000, and that's 2,000. So, wait. Oh, I see. So I can choose which path I want to take. And... let's go ahead. Yeah. Okay, well, it seems to be that anymore whenever I hit, whenever I save, it has like a 50-50 chance of going down on me. So I'm going to go ahead and say bye now. So anyway, thanks guys for hanging out, and I will not be streaming tomorrow. I've got stuff to do, but then I'll probably stream later on this week. But anyway, you all have a good one, and thanks for hanging out. Bye!